Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today we're playing the Swain lore matchup. I'm up against Irelia mid. If you didn't know in the lore, Irelia is the person who cuts off Swain's arm, which later gets replaced by his red demon arm. So, quick tip to this matchup, don't push it early. You don't want a wave slow pushing into Irelia. She will take advantage on this and all in you once the lane is long. So you want to make sure it's pushing into you so she can't go for these all-ins. And by the way, I'm not just playing against some Mickey Mouse Irelia or anything. This guy is like top 50 on EU West, 1400 LP. Like, this guy is better than me. This is not gonna be an easy match, especially because this matchup is not easy to begin with. So I'll show you how I try my best to beat this guy in a tough matchup in the Swain lore matchup. You can see my HP is still pretty high because I've had it pushing into me, right? I poked her down a bit. I see her use E on the wave. Now she has nothing. That's why I start queuing the wave, because this gives me a chance to crash it where she can't fight me, right? She can't fight me without E. So I get it all pushed in. And she lets it crash, and I'm just gonna walk into the river, put down some vision now in my free time. She starts to push the wave, so I'm just making my way back now, and this is all good. Like, we've survived kind of the hard part about this matchup. Not being overextended in lane, where she can just all in you and just cut you down, because she will always just win if she's like straight up ordering you, right? Again, just stand further back here. Make sure you're not just brainlessly ordering the wave, autopiloting. The wave needs to be outside your tower, it needs to be neutral, or it needs to be like pushing into you. So I think at this point she's noticed that I'm not pushing the wave into her, so I'm not really giving her any chance. So she is a good player as well, so what she does is just perma push the wave and get prio from that, right? And I can't do much about it, that's just kind of how the matchup goes. So now I'm basing, but I saw that she recalled, meaning I'm gonna actually stay and push out this wave, so she gets a wave on the tower, plus I get a little more gold. This means I can get my tier for the Temple Winter, and I can actually also buy plated steel caps. Plated steel caps are very, very good against auto attackers, right? They have Draven, Irelia, and Olaf jungle, so plated are actually super good this game. It's gonna make my life a lot easier. With Nico here, we find an all-in on Irelia. She's gonna trade 1 for 1 though, and I can't get the kill because she's running away from me, so Nico gets it. But with her dead, just push out the wave and demolish down the tower so we can get a plate. I've been running demolish a lot lately. It's actually very nice just to get a plate every time enemy mid is missing. Lucky for me, my jungle is nearby. This is kind of how you want to play the matchup. Is you can't do much on your own. Just get all the farm, make sure you don't die. She's very easy to set up ganks on. She dives in if you have ganking jungle or support or anything like that. Remember, you just want to get to your mid game spike where you can start dominating team fights. I personally think Swain is much stronger in team fights than Irelia. So make sure you to play towards your strengths and not your weaknesses, right? Don't play towards her strengths. So again, now I just come back to mid and start hitting the waves. Since I catch her here, I'm gonna just run at her again, since Kha'Zix is nearby. I'm just gonna run into her because I know I can tank autos with plated. And with her dead, I'm gonna help my Kha'Zix get these grubs. Grubs are super broken. I land near Nakali, which means we can just completely chunk her down. I'm gonna make sure she doesn't escape downwards. And with her dead, we should be able to secure the grubs, but enemy TP's in, which means we need to go. Okay, I have nothing, right? I have no mana, no nothing. And I simply just need to run in a straight line. I actually need to dodge this slow, or else I would probably be run down. So now I get my recall off. I'm gonna build towards Liandry's first. Honestly been loving going Liandry's. or just some kind of damage item, maybe even tried Rift Maker out before. Because you get infinite mana with Fimbulwinter, you can kind of just go whatever. And I don't even feel like I really need Irelia or Cosmic that much. Like, it's nice to have, but I can easily play it without it. It's like no problem. And Liandry is just, you can never go wrong with Liandry, right? It's just such a solid item of Swain. Will always give you good value into every team. It's best against teams with HP. But you will never find a situation where it's like, oh, Liandry is such a bad item this game. Like, that won't happen pretty much. It will always do good stuff for you. And now with TP up, I'm just gonna hit the side waves here, push out a bit. Enemies do actually end up engaging on me. I actually thought it was only a Kali, because if it's only a Kali, she would probably just go for the wave, because she can't chase me, but Olaf is here as well. So I do end up dying, but she loses minions under the wave, so I'm just gonna drop down to bot side now and collect a few waves again. I'm bot with TP because I could just TP in if they do Baron. Nobody on my team really got any vision on Baron or anything, so they just straight up take it for free while I'm gone. Couldn't TP for anything. Luckily for us, we do pick up a few kills. We're gonna siege down mid tower now. Since there's not much more to do mid, I'm just gonna make my way down to bot, and I do catch up a Kali. So just push out the waves now. And look at the map now. I actually see 4 people topside. And Akali is dead, right? So don't base. Make sure you take this tower in, since it's free money. Something I didn't account for is Irelia could just TP on the wave and straight up run me down, right? There's legit no chance of me on beating this, especially once she has Blade of the Ruined King. So I'm actually just gonna like dance around a bit, try and kill the wave. Like, I'm just in a bad spot. I can't really do anything. That is sometimes the reality when facing better players or super high elo lobbies, right? Is they will also do nice plays, and you will be punished by just the slightest mistakes, the slightest things you didn't account for. But now I'm back. I TP in on the map just to help out my team. Riven engages, and I'm gonna try and follow up on her. We try and chase Lux, but it doesn't really work out, so just base spend your money. I'm gonna make my way into Raptors here because I saw the enemies. I actually end up hooking Lux. I'm gonna try and all in because I have Seekers, so that makes me feel really confident. But enemy TP's in now, and I'm actually super alone. I try to flash away, but this Akali does mad damage because I have legit 0 magic resist. So we're gonna have to work on that a little later, once I get more money. For now, drop into the side waves, get that money. I try to save Kha'Zix, but it's a bit hard. This Akali is a problem for me. I do have Sonya's now, so I can always just go golden in teamfights. And I do have the shield from Fimbulwinter, which will also help me out. So while clearing top waves, enemy fight happens bot. Enemy starts engaging us bot, so I'm gonna make my way down there and help out my team. I am really strong at this point though, as long as I'm not just fighting Akali. I have tons of armor, I have plated, I have Sonya. Fimbulwinter gives me shields. Liandry will do a lot of damage, right? So I am super strong. You can see I'm still full HP, and I'm just dealing out tons of damage. The thing about Swain is, he's not just like a solo frontline, like he's best if he has other people taking attention as well. So this fight, for example, I didn't go in as the first guy to take all the damage to begin with. That can be nice when you have Sonya's, but it's also nice you just like swoop in a bit once they don't have cooldowns and legit they have nothing to kill you. So now I just push out bots. And I'm gonna TP mid because a fight is happening. I'm gonna kite back with my team and try and protect people. Don't just straight blindly run into everyone. Look, I'm gonna walk up towards Kha'Zix finish off Draven. I'm gonna walk down towards Kha'Zix again and help him out, right? You wanna play with your team. Don't just tunnel vision on Irelia, running her down 1 versus 1. Swain is not a 1 versus 1 champ. You wanna play with your team, you wanna provide CC, you wanna provide taking attention, right? You do stuff together with your team, not alone. So now I'm recalling. I tried to catch Akali. She eat the dragon somehow. She's legit fake or what? And I do a very bad Sonya's here where I legit Sonya's 0 damage. And she splashes on me afterwards. So that's really seriously my bad. This was really bad, poorly played by me. But I just want to show it to you. Riven manages to get away. But that's like a bad example of a Sonya that you don't want to do, right? So now we're back in mid lane. Nico catches Irelia off guard. And I'm just gonna straight up fight for this, right? Lux walks into a trap, a bit questionable. But like with them dead, let's push out mid lane. Demolish helps a ton here, you can see. It's just like a huge chunk if there's nobody there. So now Olaf just like runs in towards mid. He's gonna ult towards my ADC. And with him dead, we can honestly look to try and force Baron. This is very, very good for the game because the game has been really hard so far. I mean, they've been down in our base, in both top lane and bot lane. But now we got a few picks making us take Baron, and now we're kind of back in the game, right? And you can see my inventory is getting very, very full. I now have a Force of Nature. And I'm building towards my last item, which is Riftmaker. And because enemies were dead, me and Kha'Zix decides to just take top tower. This also gives me enough money for Riftmaker, which grants a lot of AP now, because I have legit tons of health. Like I actually have 5.6k HP, and a good amount of resistances, and big damage from Riftmaker and Liandry, plus a shield on Fimbulwinter, right? So we are legit raid boss at the moment into these team fights. So we managed to pick off Soul because we have too much vision set up. They cannot contest that. And I'm just gonna buy Elixir of Iron here just to get the tenacity, so we don't get CC chained up and I can get even more HP. These high HP numbers will give me lots of healing on ults and passive. And now I'm just pushing out bot lane, so that doesn't become a problem. I'm always looking for TP angles. The enemy team goes for any engage. But now I walk in mid and enemies are actually low-key overextended. My W here will zone off Draven, and I'm just gonna run into them now. With Cloud Soul, you get so much movement speed on ult. But look at this, don't just blindly run at Draven, guys. This is what I'm talking about, right? Kite back towards your team. Draven is useless anyway when he's so far behind in the fight where he can't auto anyone. So he runs back, I catch him, pull him in, and now we can kill him, right? League is a team game. You wanna play and fight with your team. It's very important. I see so many Swains just press ult and then mindlessly running at the enemy AD carry. Just be patient, play with your team. Enemy ADC will walk into your E range, pull them in. Here are some other stats. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for all the support, and I hope that you have a nice day.